Hi, my name is Juan Guzman. I'm in the Business Administration program here at Cape Fear Community College, and today I want to talk to you guys about the economy and how cryptocurrency could affect the economy here in the US and potentially the whole world. Now, as many of us know, the global economy relies heavily on the US dollar, so much to the point that in 2008, when the recession occurred, a lot of its negative impacts on the economy could be felt around the world and even in countries as far as Iceland. But what if there was a US or a currency that could dethrone the US dollar? Well, that's where cryptocurrency comes in. And what is cryptocurrency? Well, as stated by Satoshi Nakamoto, the inventor of Bitcoin, which was the first cryptocurrency invented, he stated that Bitcoin is a peer to peer electronic cash system that would decentralize transactions. So essentially, what Bitcoin fixed was a problem that a lot of payment networks had, which was of double spending, which is when one party spends the same amount of money twice. And it is usually done by the central party that keeps track of all those records and transactions. So when you have a network that is decentralized, such as Bitcoin, there isn't a central party that governs or has all those transactions. Instead, you have every person that is involved in that network has a list of all those transactions and must approve the transactions before it is set in stone. So if nobody is in consensus of that specific transaction, then the transaction essentially is voided and doesn't exist or it doesn't matter. So how does cryptocurrency do all of this? Well, they do it with blockchains. And what are blockchains? Well, to put it in black and white terms, blockchains is a network in which information is stored in these little blocks and they're added to a chain, hence the name blockchain. And this information is shared between everybody in the network and everybody can see it and all that. So the way it works is if you want to add a transaction, you have to create this block and then the block is added to the chain. But if you want to change something to that transaction, once that block is made, it can't be changed. So what you have to do is you add a new block. So once you add that new block with that new information, then that new block can be seen and be approved by everybody. Now, if you want to go back and see previous transactions, you can also do something that's called block back, which is you can view all those previous blocks. So everything is recorded and everybody can see everything that's been done to that block or quote unquote the transaction. So and the neat thing about cryptocurrency too is that it's encrypted in cryptography, which is a mathematical based code that pretty much makes any form of fraud nearly impossible. So, after all this, how can cryptocurrency affect the economy? Well, essentially, cryptocurrency eliminates the middleman in international trade, foreign transactions, and diplomacy. And the way that it does this is it makes transactions a lot safer by cryptography, like I said earlier, which makes essentially any fraud impossible. So nobody can steal your information or steal your money as easy as it can be done nowadays. Another way that it can change the way the economy works is it makes sending money cheaper than a lot of these third-party agencies or companies. So essentially, you can send money around the world for a fraction of the price that you're sending it now. And on top of that, what makes cryptocurrency so great is that all these transactions can be approved in a matter of seconds or even minutes, opposed to a lot of banks or even government agencies or third-party companies where a lot of these transactions could take up to a whole business days to be approved. So just the fact that companies could take advantage of the this new technology it could essentially get rid of all those third-party companies. And that is my presentation on economics. Thank you for watching.